Instrument Manager and its deliverables, such as datasheets and loops, are easily customizable, letting you do things your way as opposed to ours. As an example, let's have a look at one of the sample templates from which the output datasheets are generated. These are in the Templates branch of the tree. Templates are fully customizable in terms of appearance and content. A template typically has three types of content. The first is the background graphics, such as the logos and diagrams. These don't change on a new datasheet. The second is the fixed text, such as the titles and legends. These also don't change on the new datasheet. The active part of the datasheet, that changes with every new sheet, is called a formula. Formulae are enclosed in two hashtags and are easily recognized. I will add a formula hashtag R1 service hashtag to the H11 cell. The R1 links the data to the instrument's ratings record, and service is the column name in that record. I will also change the background graphic to yellow. This is simple Excel editing. Saving the template is all I need to do to complete my simple customization of adding a new column and changing the background graphic. I will now open up the Output Diagrams folder and look at the output datasheets that use the customized templates. My new flow transmitters use the customized template. These datasheets were created and linked when I created the instruments. Note, it is possible to link several instruments to one datasheet. However, by default, there is only one linked. I will now generate the datasheet for FT001. There is now a new Excel file in the project. Similarly, I can select several output datasheet records and, in one operation, generate multiple Excel datasheet files. While we are awaiting the generation, I will just mention a couple of useful facts about template-based generation. Firstly, we provide a column picker for automatically inserting formulae for columns in any of the tables linked to the instrument. Secondly, each instrument folder has its own default datasheet and other templates. I will now show you how we can add data to the completed Excel-based datasheets and then re-import the data to our system. We call it form editing. This is useful for computing manufacturer or supplier field data without retyping it. I will simply fill in the service cell with a description of the instrument's service. I will now save the file and exit. Instrument Manager will scan the file for changes and will then ask me if I want to re-import the changes detected. I can now see the changes made to the instrument within the Instrument Manager list view. Once I have the data from the form edit, I can replicate it to other similar instruments in my system. In this case, I will simply copy and paste. I will now open up the Output Diagrams folder again and regenerate the output datasheets to examine the changes. Regenerating all of the flow transmitted datasheets will take a few seconds. The final deliverable datasheets are highly flexible and extremely portable. These Excel datasheets can be viewed by anyone with a computer. As you can see, the service data I entered is now displayed in multiple places on the datasheet, and the datasheet background has been customized. As a final note on datasheets, they can be multi-page documents for a single instrument. They can also be multi-page documents for multiple instruments.